As you can probably tell, this is a very different backdrop to what I'm normally filming with, and basically I've had quite a few big changes recently and just wanted to update you on what's happening in my life. These changes will probably impact what's happening with this channel and my video career so far. The first change that's happened recently is we're in a new house. Now, my partner Rox has bought a new property and we are moving in. The house is in a bit of a state still and needs a bit of renovation and work. I have made the decision to try and take on as much of the renovations as I can myself. This might be a massive mistake. Hopefully it's not a mistake and it's straightforward, but I don't think it will be. So that's going to be taking up quite a bit of my time over the coming months. The second change that's happened recently is something that I found about 3 weeks ago, and I'm really excited to share this with anyone who's interested in doing videography at all. I wish I'd found it sooner, and this is hands down, without a doubt, the most educational, interesting, valuable resource that I've come across ever. And I say resource because to me, this trumps books, this trumps any YouTube video I've seen, documentaries. This podcast has just provided so much value to me so far, and I've not really even done anything with it yet. What's exciting is I think I've had this complete mentality shift and have branched out into what I think can be possible now without having started videography. I wanted to share this with you today because I believe that if anything is valuable and it's free, like, why not share it? Now, the podcast is called The Videography Academy. It's hosted by a guy called Henry Finn. He's got about 20 years of experience in the videography film world. So he's still working as a professional videographer, but he's also a commercial producer. So he's worked in so many different fields, it's ridiculous. Weddings initially, car commercials, interviews, conferences, basketball games. It sounds like he's actually just done everything that you can do as a videographer. I know this guy's speaking from a level of experience, but the thing that sets this podcast apart and why I say it's the most valuable thing I've ever come across is the fact that Henry is so willing to give as much value and free information as he can. It's not a cash grab, it's just about building the community, and you build communities through trust and just offering value, and he's definitely a voice that is worth listening to. So if you can make some time to listen to a podcast, as I said, I do this when I'm driving to and from work. I'd highly recommend you look into the Videography Academy podcast. Go back to the first episode and just start listening to them all because it's so valuable, especially if you don't know much about the world of videography. I feel like I've got an insight into it now that is definitely going to benefit me in the coming months as I start looking for work. Now, this brings me to my second point. With the help of the Videography Academy podcast, I now have an idea of what I want to do with my video career. That was such a weird transition. I'm really sorry about that. Let's move somewhere else. So as I said, about 3 weeks ago, I started listening to this podcast, and in one of the very early episodes, Henry suggests that you try and find a niche as quickly as possible. So he started talking about different videography niches, and I had given it some thought at some point what type of area I wanted to get into, and to be honest, I couldn't figure it out. I wasn't really sure. Weddings is the first one that always comes up, and to be honest, I just don't really have an interest in weddings. He then spoke about real estate videography, and I hadn't thought about this one before, but as soon as he said it, I really started thinking about doing that as a job. And I actually like properties. I'm fortunate enough to know some people in the real estate industry. It seems like something that I would actually, one, like to do, and two, I might be able to have some access into the market through people that I already know. So some of the legwork in terms of getting into the industry has already been done. For the last 6 months, I guess I've been a little bit frustrated because I want to enter videography as a career, but I just don't know where to go or what to do with it. Because I've just stuck with it and made a point to make a video every month and immerse myself in that world a little bit, I kind of stumbled across an answer. I mean, it's not an answer just yet because I haven't got into it, but it's a new direction that I can take, and that's an exciting feeling. Also, in that first video, I made a declaration that I was going to make one video every month for the year, and I've stuck with that. There was something very powerful in making that statement, putting it in a video and posting it online. It keeps me more accountable than I can keep myself sometimes. So I'm going to utilize this again and make a statement in this video that I'm going to get into real estate videography. That's going to be my niche, and I'm going to work towards that. My plan with the house before we've moved in is to create a video as I would if I was a real estate videographer. Make it as quality as I can. This is going to be very important because it means I have something to put in my portfolio when I want work. I know initially I'm going to probably be offering my services for free to people just to start building up that portfolio, because I'm not even at the stage where I could charge for work yet, but having a house to film myself is going to be pretty valuable. That's actually what I'm going to do for the rest of today. That's kind of it for this video. It feels a bit weird to cut it so short, and I know there's not much in it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'm going to see you in next month's video. Go and listen to the podcast. It's just amazing. Videography Academy, Henry Finn, good combination. Watch the thing and learn stuff. Thank you, bye.